Let's see if we can make it do what it do on this beautiful 2-2. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Beautiful 2-2. There we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And I'm looking good today. Beautiful 2-2. I am looking beautiful today. Handsome. Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. This is the day that the Lord has made, and guess what? We are rejoicing and we're glad in it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. We are live on this beautiful Tuesday, January the 4th, 2022. If you haven't seen my face live for this new year, I want to say Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to your family. My hope and expectation is that the first 4 days of this year have been absolutely amazing for you and for yours. Please do me a favor. If you're coming on during the live, even if it's a replay for you, but we're live right now, I want you to hit the like button, whether you're watching us from YouTube or Facebook. I want you to hit the share button and be sure that you have already turned on your notifications, you are subscribed to our YouTube page, you are following us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. You don't stop. Make sure you tell Lolly Dolly everybody that Prophet Ramon, The Squad, and the Ramon Preston Show, we are live in his house right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. So for the past week or so, I would say probably for the past 2 weeks, we have been working on completing some of the things that we're doing here in this studio. This is a different part of our office suite, and we've been building this room out for our studio, and we've been working on some of the technical, logistical, wires and the audio and the video things that we have going on. So we're not quite yet at home plate, but we were able to put enough together to come to you live. And so I want to say thank all of you that continue to follow us on social media. Thank all of you that continue to watch the Ramon Preston Show. We are going to be streaming live as we do every day, Monday through Friday, here at 12 o'clock noon on Facebook and YouTube. Within the next few weeks, I would say within the next few weeks, we'll be launching our official Ramon Preston Show podcast. So you'll not only be able to view us live on Facebook and YouTube Monday through Friday, and I believe we're live on Twitter as well, but you'll be able to listen to us from the audio podcast. We're gonna be podcasting. If I'm not mistaken, we'll be on Google, I think, Spotify, and iTunes. I know it's at least 3 platforms we're going to be on with our podcast, The Ramon Preston Show. You'll be able to find us on podcasts. We have also secured a contract to be aired on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, the Amazon Fire Stick. We're going to be streaming through a broadcast network on those platforms. And we just got off the phone earlier with a local television station that we're really thinking strongly about doing a contract for at least a year to air our show on that local platform, which will be airing on television. I think at Metro Atlanta, I believe it hits the border of Alabama, the northern part of Georgia, in the Rome area, Savannah. And so we're excited about what God has been doing with the Ramon Preston Show. Of course, most of what I have talked about on this show since we launched it in January of 2021, it's almost been a year. Most of what I've been talking about on the show has been centered around biblical economics, financial literacy, investing, family, legacy, wealth building, all of those things that I believe are essential to the sustainability of what we want to see in our families, in our churches, and in our communities. This year, I'm really going to start moving into other conversations, and we're going to have other topics that we will be sharing information on through the Ramon Preston Show. Those areas are going to include leadership, ministry, because we're launching a school of ministry this year. We're launching or relaunching our School of Prophets. So we're going to be doing some segments on School of Ministry, some segments on School of Prophets. And most likely I'm going to be talking about marriage and relationships. I think I have something to say that is worth hearing. My wife and I, we have been married 19 years this year. 20 years ago this year, my wife and I met in 2002. We were married a little over a year later in 2003. And so for 19 years now, my wife and I have been happily married, faithful to God and faithful to each other and to our families. So this year I'm going to start expanding out and having a lot more discussions beyond just biblical economics, financial literacy, and family legacy wealth building. But the truth is, all of these things that I talk about, even when it comes to your money, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your entrepreneurial endeavors, when it comes to you getting the bag, don't get it twisted. The reason why I can be so bold and be so confident and be so aggressive and extroverted in my discussions on money and financial literacy and business and investing and, getting the bag and all that stuff that I talk about. The reason why I can do that is because my spiritual life is in place. I'm solid as a spiritual being. My relationship with God is intact. I love God. I'm married. I love my wife. Don't mean you have to be married to have money, but my point is I am happily married. My wife is the most important person in my life, and she knows that I prioritize her. My children know that they are a priority. My grandchildren, my siblings, people who are in close proximity to me, my spiritual children, my leaders. I'm accountable to leadership. So I've checked a lot of the boxes to get to where I am in life. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that when you are able to check a lot of those spiritual, relational, emotional, physical, and family boxes, it's easier to check the business box, the financial box. So anyway, I want you to be on the lookout for a lot of the new segments that we're going to be hosting on the Ramon Preston Show, okay? We're excited about that, and I hope you are excited about it as well. But guess what? Today, I want to talk to you about beliefs that make millionaires. Beliefs that make millionaires. What exactly are the beliefs that make millionaires? Like, how are millionaires made? I think that's something that we need to talk about. I think it's something that we need to entertain the idea on, especially if you know that there's a financial freedom goal you have. You know you want to get the bag. You know you want financial freedom. You know you want to be out of debt. You know that you would like to live a life beyond the life that you're living from an economic perspective. Well, that very well may mean you want to be a millionaire, even if you're not confident or comfortable enough to say it. But if you are comfortable enough and confident enough to say it, then just keep it 100 with yourself. I want to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm on my way to being a millionaire. But guess what? If you plan on becoming a millionaire, if you know that being a millionaire or beyond a millionaire is something that you want to experience in this life, in this lifetime, guess what? There are certain beliefs that will make you that person. Because when you become a millionaire, if you become a millionaire, your behaviors, your habits, your efforts, your attitude, your disposition, the quality of your character, and your credibility, and all the things that make you who you are when you become a millionaire are directly connected to beliefs that have created that or have made that. So today I want to talk about beliefs that make millionaires. Okay. Now, before I get into these beliefs, because I'm going to share about 8 beliefs with you, 8 beliefs that make millionaires. But before I do, here's what I want you to understand. First of all, Recent studies show that there are 22 million people in the United States of America with enough assets to fit the description of a millionaire. I don't know if you knew that, but just recently there were studies done. We're talking about within the last quarter of 2021, and those studies show that there are approximately 22 million people in the United States of America with enough assets to fit the description of a millionaire. So we pretty much have 22 million millionaires in the United States of America based on recent studies that were done in the fourth quarter of 2021. Now, here is what's important about that, because beliefs have created or made these 22 million millionaires. Not just their habits, not just their disciplines, not just their connections, not just who gave them a handout, not just their degrees and their education and their training and all the failures that they've had. A lot of what has contributed to these 22 million people becoming millionaires are directly tied to beliefs. This is why I want to share with you the 8 beliefs that make millionaires. Because if you plan on being a millionaire, if you naming it and claiming it and you're decreeing and declaring it, trust me on this, you're going to have certain beliefs that the 22 million millionaires have and the people who are beyond millionaires have. Everybody else, I guarantee you will not find these beliefs in. All right? So listen to this. Beliefs dictate your circumstances in life. Here's how powerful beliefs are. Beliefs dictate, excuse me, your circumstances in life. Those who are wealthy have different beliefs than those who are poor or stuck in the middle class. I think we can all agree on that. Beliefs represent the acceptance of something without any proof to back up what we accept as fact. Did you catch that? I'll say it again. Beliefs represent the acceptance of something without any proof to back up what we accept as fact. They are unconscious programming and they're usually inherited. So this whole idea of beliefs is rooted in unconscious programming and things that have been inherited. Okay? Listen to this. We as people, we adopt the beliefs of our parents. We adopt the beliefs of our family. We adopt the beliefs of our mentors. We adopt the beliefs of our culture and of our environment, whether it's our neighborhoods, our towns, our cities, our states, our countries, our world. Most people who were raised in poverty inherited limiting beliefs that hold them back in life. Those who are able to rise from poverty and become wealthy often found mentors with success beliefs that enabled them to transcend their circumstances and become wealthy. This is the power of beliefs. And it is the beliefs in and of themselves that have made not just the 22 million millionaires that exist in the United States today, but these are the beliefs, or these things called beliefs are what made millionaires and billionaires throughout history and will continue to make millionaires and billionaires throughout history. So let me share with you 8 beliefs that make millionaires. You might want to write these down because they're getting ready to bless your life. 8 beliefs that make millionaires. All right. I'm going to write each one down. I'm going to try to write each one down. And if you have any questions, I want you to drop the questions in the comments. If you have any feedback, maybe you don't agree with me. Maybe you just believe that being a millionaire is only for a select group of people. Well, put it in the comments. even though I'm going to challenge you on that. But if you feel like what I'm saying is not necessarily true, it's not factual, feel free to voice your opinion, give me your perspective. But if you agree with me and you believe that being a millionaire is a part of your purpose, a part of your destiny, it's a part of what's going to create the legacy that you want to create, would you put in the comments, hashtag I am a millionaire? Put that in the comments. Hashtag I am a millionaire. I want you to put that in the comments. Hashtag, you can hashtag it, I am a millionaire. 8 beliefs that make millionaires. Number 1, millionaires believe that they control their own destiny. That's belief number 1. Millionaires believe that they control their own destiny. Now, don't just skip past this, because a lot of people subconsciously have been programmed to believe that they do not control their own destiny. Some people truly believe that their destiny is in the control of other people or other sources. And I'm not talking about outside of the sovereignty of God. I'm just saying there are people who believe that there are systems or structures or people groups or nations that control their destiny, and that we're just pawns in a global chess game, really never being able to control our own destinies. And that's just not true. Millionaires believe that they control their own destiny. So if you plan on becoming a millionaire, the first belief you need to adopt and adapt to is that you control your own destiny. Now, again, there are times when there are things that take place that are out of your control. But we're not talking about these isolated or human or demonic things that are out of our control. We're talking about your destiny. We're talking about something that God has given to you. So it really doesn't necessarily matter what people who are in places doing things are doing towards you or against you. It does not negate the fact that God has designated a destiny exclusively for you, and that He is giving you the will power to control the narrative of that destiny. So number 1, millionaires believe that they control their own destiny. All right. Number 2, if you didn't write that down, all you have to do is just go back and rewatch the video. Number 2, millionaires believe that anyone can become rich. Number 2, millionaires believe that anyone can become rich. Now, I have heard preachers, I have heard ministers, I have heard Christians overwhelmingly say that anyone cannot become rich. And most of the times that I hear preachers and ministers and Christians say that, they follow it up with a theological, I'm not going to say a biblical, they follow it up with a theological excuse or explanation that the reason why anyone cannot become rich because God ain't intending for everybody to be rich. Or maybe it ain't the will of God for you to be rich. What does you becoming rich have to do with God hindering you from becoming that? It's almost like saying God did not intend for you to be healthy. God did not intend for you to lose 30 pounds. If God made you 600 pounds, then God made you. No, dog. No, boo. God didn't make you 600 pounds. If God gave you this affliction, then you just got to live with, well, what if God didn't give you that affliction? It's no different than saying everybody can't be rich. Well, everybody is not going to be rich, but it doesn't mean anyone cannot be rich. Okay? There's a difference between saying everybody ain't going to be rich and everybody can't be rich. No, anyone can be rich. Anyone can become rich. But everyone is not willing to do the work to become rich. Let's just get the terminology correct. But millionaires believe that anyone can become rich. So if you have been challenged with this limiting belief that everybody can't be rich, you need to correct that belief. You need to get rid of the belief, the limiting belief that everybody can't be rich, and you need to adopt and adapt to the reality that anyone can become rich. All right? Belief number 3. Millionaires believe, I know this is good for some of y'all. Millionaires believe that earning is learning. Belief number 3, millionaires believe that earning is learning. Earning is learning. What do you mean earning is learning? Well, your earning, how much money you make, is tied to your learning, how much you're willing to learn. Like there are studies that show the average CEO of a successful company makes at least $2 to $3 million a year. Studies show that the average CEO of a successful company makes at least $2 to $3 million a year. Now, there are also studies that show the average CEO of a solopreneur business or a small business or startup doesn't even make $50,000 to $60,000 a year. The average employee who has a high-level position in a mid-level business makes maybe 70, 80, no more than 100,000 a year. So what's the difference between the solopreneur or the guy that has his own business that makes $60,000 a year and the CEO that makes $2 to $3 million a year? What makes their income 40 to 50 times more than someone else who's out there busting their butt and grinding and scrapping? It's not their earning, it's actually their learning. Because the average person who makes $60,000 a year, who makes $20,000 a year, who makes $100,000 a year, who makes $38,000 a year, these are studies that show this. The average person reads one book a year. The average person reads one book a year. No more than 2 or 3 books a year does the average person read. But guess what? The average CEO reads anywhere between 50 to 60 books a year. So here, the average person who makes $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a year reads one book. Here, the average CEO who makes $2 to $3 million a year reads 50 to 60. So why are they making 50 to 60 times more than the average person? Well, look, this is why. This is why they're earning 50 to 60 times more. This is why you could go from 60K here to 3 million here. You know why? It's not because of this number. All right. It's not just because of who they know. It's because they're learning. There is no way you can read one book a year and know more than somebody who's reading 50 to 60 books a year. It's actually impossible. So millionaires believe that earning is learning. So that means what? They're going to read more. The average person is not reading. So if you want to earn more based on this belief, you got to what? You got to learn more. So that's belief number 3. Number 4. My erasers, not my eraser, but my marker is going out. It's okay, y'all. I got my digital whiteboard coming tomorrow. So probably our show tomorrow or no later than Thursday, we'll have our digital whiteboard behind us so I can scrap that and I can actually use my digital whiteboard. So belief number 4, millionaires believe people and proximity are essential. Okay? That's belief number 4. Millionaires believe people and proximity is essential. What do you mean people and proximity? Well, millionaires believe people are essential first. Let's deal with people. What do you mean people are essential? You have to have relationships. So all of you that are out there feeling like, I'm gonna just do me, I don't need nobody, you're really just bitter and you're harboring that bitterness because people have burnt you or did you wrong. You gotta get healed from that. You gotta get past that if you wanna be successful. Because millionaires believe that people are essential. So that means they prioritize building relationships. They prioritize making friends. They prioritizing opening themselves up and having dialogue and discussion and communication. They prioritize not operating under the radar so nobody don't know what they doing. They prioritize sharing their thoughts and communicating their dreams as opposed to broke people who always say, I'm a move in silence. Have you ever heard somebody say that before? Oh, I'm moving in silence. I ain't gonna let nobody know what I'm doing. You know why you can't let nobody know what you're doing? Because you ain't doing nothing. It's just the way it is. Everybody who I hear say that ain't doing nothing. Or they're trying to hide something that they don't want people to know. But when you know you are an open book, when you know you have a spiritual and a moral and an ethical compass that always leads you to do what's right, why should you hide and operate under the radar when you know you good? Millionaires believe people are essential. Millionaires also believe proximity is essential. So millionaires are not the kind of people who are trying to shun people or stay away from people. They're the ones who are trying to gravitate because they understand the power of proximity. They want to be in close proximity to successful people. They want to be in close proximity to people who have access and information. And guess what? Millionaires, because they believe people in proximity is essential, they don't mind paying money to get in front of the right people. They don't mind paying money to get proximity. Broke people don't want to pay nothing for nothing. They just want access for free and they never get access. And then they get mad because nobody opens a door for them or give them access when the truth is you shouldn't just get access or a door open if you're not willing to pay a price. And if you're not paying the price that the people paid to get inside that room, then maybe you have to pay a different price. Like, for example, if I work my behind off to get to where I am in life, to know the things that I know, and then I create programs like the Millionaire Blueprint. I create programs like our Millionaire Mentorship program. I create services like coaching and consulting services. Why should I not be compensated for the services that I provide, for the programs that I provide, when I paid the doggone price to get to a place in life where what I am giving people is actually working? All right? So you're not necessarily paying the price that I paid. You didn't have to stay up all those nights. You didn't have to read hundreds and hundreds of books. You didn't have to invest thousands upon thousands of hours of learning and training and researching and developing and experimenting. You didn't have to spend your most productive years like I did. I spent all my 30s trying to figure this thing out. I spent a few of my 20s and some of my 40s to get to where I am. The last 20 years of my life, I've just dumped into figuring out how to live the life that I'm living and how to create the success that I've created. So my point is, you're not able to pay that literal price I paid or someone has paid to get what they have and to know what they know. But if your price is financially, you shouldn't let the price that you pay take you away from the value you're going to get. But millionaires understand that because they believe people in proximity are essential. That's belief number 4. Trust me, if you plan on being a millionaire, every one of these beliefs that I'm giving to you, you're going to have to adopt and adapt to. If you don't, you ain't going to become one. And if you do become one, you ain't going to stay one because you're not going to have the internal drive to keep developing habits and disciplines and consistent practices that complement your beliefs. So belief number 5. Belief number 5. Millionaires believe money and wealth are good. You caught that? Millionaires believe money and wealth are good. I remember I had somebody call me a couple years ago and I told them about their behind once they got through telling me what they told me, because it was just one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard somebody say. But I remember telling somebody about their behind and they called me, and basically their whole conversation to me was, you need to stop chasing after money. Because money is that's what they said. They was like, money is the root of all evil. I was like, first of all, I'm a whole grown man. I do what I want to do. First of all, let's establish this fact. Like, because while they talking to me on the phone, I'm checking my ID like, hold on, I'm a grown man. I do what I want to do, number 1. Number two, the Bible does not say money is the root of all evil. The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. So if I love money and material things more than I love God, that love for those things above God has become the root or the gateway for me to do more evil or to open me up to all evil. But when I love God and I serve God, but I also understand that my love for God and my service to God has given me the capacity and the capability of creating a life that I desire to have for me and for my family, to continue to live the life that I live for God and to serve Him and to serve His people. Just because someone else does not accept that doesn't mean I'm wrong accepting that. So millionaires believe that money and wealth are good because they understand it's really not the money that they're chasing after. Most of them, this is true. It's not the wealth that they're chasing after. Here's what they're chasing after. They're chasing after things like this: freedom to be who they want to be. Freedom to do what God has called them to do. Like, I have never, and see, some of you may feel different, but have you really had a relationship with a millionaire? Have you ever literally did life with a millionaire? I'm not talking about some of the idiots you see on social media. I'm not talking about some of the secular minded, worldly minded, demonic minded people that you may see that have money. Just because they have money don't mean they're actually godly or they're actually successful. It just means they have money. As a matter of fact, there are a whole lot of people who are so broke, all they have is money. Ooh, you just missed it. Did you hear what I just said? I said there are some people who are so broke, all they have is money. I want you to think about what I just said. There are some people who are so broke, all they have is money. But millionaires believe money and wealth are good. They know having money and having wealth gives them freedom to serve more people, to take care of their families, to live a quality life, to take care of their churches and their communities. Every millionaire I have met, every millionaire that I have had or have a personal relationship with, as opposed to some people who fake like they have it or fake like they connected, everyone that I have met and have had a relationship with or have a relationship with, they believe 100% that money and wealth are good, and they believe that the money and wealth that they have is a tool to use for their freedom, to serve more people, to help their churches, to be a blessing to their families, to secure their legacies and their futures. They never see it just through the lens of, oh, I got a whole bunch of money. Oh, I'm wealthy. Oh, I just want to flaunt that I'm a millionaire. It's just not true. That's number 5. Belief number 6. Belief number 6. Millionaires believe, this is good here, y'all. Millionaires believe that dreams, goals, and targets are foundations to success. That's what millionaires believe. That's number 6. Millionaires believe dreams, goals, and targets are foundations to success. So here's what that should mean to you. If I don't have dreams, I'm hindering myself from becoming a millionaire. If I don't have goals, I'm hindering myself from becoming a millionaire. If I don't have targets, I'm hindering myself from becoming a millionaire, because millionaires believe that these dreams that they have, these goals that they have, these targets that they have, they are actually foundational to their success. So they never get to a place of success if they don't have a foundation of dreams, goals, and targets. That's number 6. Man, I'm giving y'all some real game today. This is day 4 of 2022, a new year. This could be a new you. My hope and expectation is that you have set your dreams, your goals, and your targets to a place of a millionaire. And if you take what I'm giving to you and you adopt them and adapt to them, you're gonna see change in your behaviors. You're gonna see change in your efforts, in your practices, and in your daily disciplines. Okay, number 7. Belief number 7. Millionaires believe, this is so good. Millionaires believe, I hope you're ready for this. Millionaires believe no one succeeds on their own. This is what millionaires believe. They believe no one succeeds on their own. It goes back to one of my earlier points. If you plan on becoming a millionaire, you cannot believe that you can succeed on your own. It's gonna take people. It's gonna take staff. It's gonna take support. It's gonna take friends. It's gonna take accountability. It's gonna take leaders. It's gonna take mentors. It takes people for you to succeed. How in the world can someone even believe that they can succeed and equally believe that their success is going to be solo? It's just not true. It's not going to happen. Almost every time you hear a celebrity get an award, or artists get an award, or someone famous as an actor or something gets an award, almost all the time, even when they don't give God the credit, they'll stand there and they'll give their staff the credit. They'll give their managers the credit. They'll give the producers the credit. They'll give their kids and their friends credit. They'll give their co-workers credit. You know why? Because they believe no one succeeds on their own. When a coach wins the world championship, when an athlete wins whatever the championship is, most of the time the MVP or the person who is the spokesman or spokeswomen for that team gets up there on the stand or the podium, they almost always say, this was a team effort. It really wasn't me. They just gave me the opportunity to play on the team. You know why? Because that person who is a winner, who is a success, they believe no one succeeds on their own. So that's belief number 7. And last but not least, this is it right here. Belief number 8. Belief number 8. Millionaires believe that success is a duty and a developed discipline. Millionaires believe that success is a duty and a developed discipline. Now let me explain to you what I mean by this now, because I told you earlier that millionaires believe dreams, goals, and targets are foundations for success, right? I then told you that millionaires believe no one succeeds or has success on their own. Now I'm telling you that millionaires believe that success, this success that I'm talking about, is actually defined as a duty. So when you say, I want to be successful, what are you actually saying? What you're saying is, I want to adopt the belief that what I develop as a discipline for my life is my duty. This is my obligation. This is my God-given responsibility. Because when you start believing that your success is a duty, you're going to stop playing around with it. You're going to stop making success an option. You cannot allow yourself to believe that success is an option. Well, maybe I'll succeed. Maybe I'll win. Maybe I'll become a millionaire. Maybe it's going to work for me. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe God going to do it for me. And God like, do it for you. No, I'm going to do it through you, because you're going to see accomplishing it as a duty and a developed discipline. So that means now I've got to take upon the belief that my success depends on my obligation to get up every day and to figure out how I can continue to move the needle of my finances, the needle of my business, the needle of my ministry, the needle of my family, the needle of my legacy a little bit forward. And in order for me to have that duty, in order for me to have that obligation, in order for me to have that responsibility, I've got to pair it with a developed discipline. That means I got to learn. That means I got to train. That means I got to grow. That means I got to let some people go. That means I got to get around the right people. That means I need mentors and coaches and consultants. That means I need to be held accountable. That means I need people to put a fire under my butt and to challenge me to keep moving. That means I got to be willing to be wrong about certain things I have believed in the past so that I can correct my belief for the present and future. These are the things that you have to make your duty if you anticipate to become a millionaire. And here's the truth. The truth is your worst case scenario for life should be that of a millionaire, because nothing else is working anyway. Nothing else is working anyway. So those are my 8 beliefs that I wanted to share with you that I believe make millionaires. Now, here's what I want to challenge you to do, because you're 4 days into the new year. I don't know how the last 4 days have been. Maybe you started with a resolution, you set goals, and you stayed up late Friday night. You didn't wake up early Saturday. You blew the weekend. You woke up yesterday and you tried to figure out a few things, and you just felt like you were spinning your wheels. And even though you said it was going to be a new year and a new you, and you just felt like this was going to be the year, nothing has developed within the last 4 days of this new year to give you the feeling like you're winning and succeeding. What I want to challenge you to do is to give up your way of doing things. Give up your way of believing what you believe that continues to get you the same wrong results. And if you're willing to give up your way of doing things, if you're willing to give up your belief in how you've operated up to this point, then give me an opportunity to work with you. One of the commitments that I have made for 2022 is to help as many people as I can become blueprint millionaires. That's my commitment this year. I want to help you, and I want to help as many people as I possibly can to become blueprint millionaires. There is no reason why today, this Tuesday, January 4th, 2022, that we have proof of at least 22 million people in the United States of America that are considered to be millionaires, and you're not one of them, or you're at least not even in the running to becoming one of them. Why is that? It's not because you don't want to be. It's not because you can't use the money if you become a millionaire. It's not because the enemy is just attacking you outside of the 22 million that have become it. It doesn't mean God's got you in the headlock and He's just going to restrict you from ever becoming it. Most of it is because you have not adopted the beliefs that you can become one. And as a result of adopting that belief, you've put yourself in a community, in an ecosystem around those who want it as bad as you want it. Everybody that I have right now that's a part of my business coaching community. We have people who are clients in our business coaching community. We have people who are clients in our consulting division. We have people who are clients or members of our Millionaire Mentorship program. And guess what? We have a whole lot of people who are considered clients in our Millionaire Blueprint. So wherever it is that you are in your life, that's going to have a lot to do to determine how much of the support and the accountability and the training and the education and the coaching that you need. Now, I can't determine where you are and how much of that you need unless we have an opportunity to communicate. So here's what I want you to do. If I'm talking to you and you know I'm ready, this is my year, this is my season, I need to dot my I's, cross my T's, I need to pull up my bootstraps, and I need to get to it because I want to be one of the 22 plus millionaires that live in the United States of America. And I believe everything you said I need to believe to be made a millionaire. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to text the word millionaire. I want you to text the word millionaire to 678-922-1963. I want you to text the word millionaire to that number. Text. Get your phone and I want you to text 678-922-1963. I want you to text the word millionaire. And when you text that word millionaire, here is what we're going to do here at Ramon Preston Enterprises. We're going to reach back out to you and we're going to take you through an initial assessment over the phone. It may take about 15 minutes or less. We're just going to walk you through an initial assessment. And what we're going to do during that assessment is ask you some identifying questions as to where you are in your life, personally, professionally, financially, or even ministerially, where you want to be before this year ends. And we're going to help you identify with what exactly it's going to take in order to get you to that place of success. And once we help you identify with those things in that brief assessment, we will introduce you to what programs we have that best fit your criteria. See, for me as a business, financial, and real estate consultant and coach, my whole entire company and my team operates the same way because I believe I can't just introduce you to a product or to a program or to a service that we provide that doesn't perfectly match who you are and where you are and fit the criteria of what you need. So we have to at least assess your personal, professional, financial situation to identify with what best fits you. And then we can give you an opportunity to be introduced to what programs we have available. We have an online training program for business and finance. It's called the Millionaire Blueprint. There are hundreds of training courses and videos and documents and forms that are on this program. It is a 24-hour a day, on-demand, interactive program that you can access from your phone, from a tablet, from an iPad, from a laptop, from a desktop, anywhere in the world, anytime, as long as you have access to the internet. But we also have a Millionaire Mentorship program. We have a gold membership, a platinum membership, and a diamond membership, depending on what the demand is that you need and how frequent you need me as a coach and a consultant, and how frequent you need the training and the support to get you where you need to go in the time that you want to get there. We also have other programs available. We have certifications for coaches and consultants. We have a licensing program where we can make you a licensee. Let's say, for example, if you want to be a coach and a consultant, you want to get into the business of training and education and financial literacy and entrepreneurship, but you don't have the content, you don't have the curriculum, you don't have the systems and the infrastructures. Well, as a licensee, you literally get a license to use all of our material, all of our curriculum, and you can actually sell our physical and digital products through your business and start making money immediately as a licensee. So I want you to reach out to me, text the word millionaire to 678-922-1963. 678-922-1963. We're going to reach back out to you today on this Tuesday, January the 4th. You're just 4 days into the new year. There's no reason why you can't crush it for the next 361 days when you have the right people, when you have the right information, and when you have the right direction for where you want to go. So ladies and gentlemen, I love you. I appreciate you. Please leave some feedback in the comments. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was from today's show. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop your questions in the comments. If you have questions outside of what we've talked about today and you would just like to have a conversation with me and my team about something, even if it's not relating to beliefs that make you a millionaire, feel free to just text this word to this number and we'll reach back out to you and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. You can also go to RamonPreston.com. RamonPreston.com. This is our main web portal, and when you go to RamonPreston.com, you will literally see all the information that we have based on all the products that we sell and all the services that we provide, okay? So you can go to RamonPreston.com and visit our website, and there you will find information about our Millionaire Blueprint right here, our Millionaire Mentorship Program, our certification program, our licensing program, and every other service that we provide. Or you could just text the word millionaire to 678-922-1963. I love all of you. Appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Remember, every Wednesday on the Ramon Preston Show, we designate to talk about real estate. So tomorrow is Real Estate Wednesday. So if you know someone who's interested in becoming a real estate agent, someone who's interested in becoming a real estate investor, someone who's interested in becoming a flipper, a wholesaler, a developer, anything real estate, I want you to invite them to join you and me tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, right here on the Ramon Preston Show for Real Estate Wednesday. I'm going to be sharing some very, very powerful information with you. I think it's timely for you to further introduce yourself to the real estate industry and to understand how that industry works in your market and with what it is that you want to do. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining us today on the Ramon Preston Show. Please be sure to follow us on Facebook. Please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. Please be sure to like all of our content videos that you see on social media, share our content videos, and tell lolly dolly everybody. The Ramon Preston Show is continuing to remain live Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon, right here from the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. See y'all tomorrow.